Everybody. In this video, we are going to look at typical sales and marketing roles that are available to you in your career. So, the first term to understand is direct marketing or indirect marketing, right? Now, what is direct or indirect? Direct means that you are directly talking to a consumer or a buyer of your product. Indirect means you are going via a channel, a marketing intermediary. So if you look at FMCG, okay, what happens is, let's say you're painting your house. Do you actually meet anybody from Asian Paints? Chances are no. And that is because Asian Paints follows an indirect marketing activity, which is that the product is made in a factory, and there'll be various factories all over India. But the consumer is in the cities, the consumer is in the villages, the towns. So how do you reach a product from a factory to a consumer is that you operate through a supply chain. So indirect is that you've got this supply chain, this channel, this distribution channel in which to work with. So general trade is and now you've got two different types of things. You've got general trade and you've got modern trade. So what is MT, what is GT? So GT is the retailers, the panwalas, the kirana stores, the wholesalers, the cosmetics outlets, the departmental stores, all of which are what is called general trade, which is what is called mom and pop outlets. Now, in India, 90% of the FMCG business happens through general trade. What is the remaining 10%? Well, modern trade is your Reliance Retail, DMart, More, Spencer's. Okay, this is what is called modern trade. Okay. Now, what is the difference between a modern trade? A modern trade will be a large outlet, usually a chain. So Reliance Retail, DMart, these are outlets which are 10,000 square feet, 50,000 square feet big. There will be a chain of outlets. And what is the difference? Why the question you'll ask is, why are we segregating, why are we differentiating marketing to general trade and marketing to modern trade? Is because if you are wanting to sell in a modern trade, you're basically talking to one procurement manager. This procurement manager is buying on behalf of his company, but it's an indirect method. Now the question is, what is the difference between indirect and direct? Is the direct, the consumer is buying either for himself or he's buying on behalf of an organization, right? Whereas in indirect marketing, you are talking to a marketing intermediary who is not buying the product for himself. He's buying the product with the intention of reselling it further to someone else. So you do marketing to a distributor, and that distributor is not buying the product for himself because he intends to sell it further to a retailer or a wholesaler. You do marketing to a wholesaler which who buys with the intention of selling it to a retailer. Does the retailer buy for his own consumption? No, because he's buying it to sell it to a consumer. So in marketing, in FMCG marketing, in let's say building construction, whether you're talking paint or tiles or or construction equipment or cement, you are operating in an indirect marketing role because you're operating through a channel, a marketing intermediary. So this is general trade, this is modern trade, both of which are indirect. Now let's come to the other part, which is direct marketing. Direct marketing. So what does Infosys do? In Infosys, I am selling an IT product to an IT manager on the other side. Is the IT guy buying the product for himself? No. He's buying it. He's buying a software. He's buying a service. He's buying a series of products. Maybe he's buying a laptop. If I'm a Dell trying to sell 500 laptops to the team at Infosys, what am I doing? This is called B2B marketing. Okay. Now, why is it direct marketing? Because I'm talking directly to the consumer. The only difference is he's not buying it for himself. He's buying it for his organization, but he's not reselling it further. And therefore, it's direct marketing. All right. Now, what all comes under B2B? So you've got all software which comes under B2B. You've got IT, you've got advertising. So McCann Erickson, Alintas will, any media company will sell to an organization its products and services. The organization is buying it for its own use. All industrial goods, whether I'm selling, let's say, a forklift, I'm selling a piece of machinery, a textile machinery, I'm selling a cement equipment to a large player, a large cement plant, I'm selling electrical products to, I'm a Legrand, I'm a Schneider. This is all coming under the gamut of B2B direct marketing. All right. The second thing that you can, the next part, the fourth role that we look at in B2B is someone who is buying the in direct marketing is someone who's buying the product for himself, but it is a high ticket item. So let's say I'm selling real estate to a high net worth individual. Now there's no channel intermediary involved. There might be a distributor, but the distributor's team and your team, you are managing that team to sell directly to the person who's buying the apartment for himself, or he's buying a high ticket car for himself. So uh, real estate, high net worth, let's say private banking in an ICICI, or wealth management in a Citibank. These are all roles of B21. This is called B21. I am selling not through an intermediary. I am selling directly to the end consumer, and the end consumer is buying the product for himself. Now, B21 is different from B2B. In B2B, I'm buying on behalf of my company. In B21, I'm buying on behalf of myself. I'm the user of the product myself. And the fifth type of marketing role, which is recently getting popular, is what is called D2C. So what is D2C? So D2C is like FMCG, but here I am putting up an e-commerce site, maybe on Shopify, maybe on my own platform, and I am selling the product directly to the consumer, right? So Flipkart, Amazon, um, all the e-commerce, Myntra, Meesho, all these e-commerce companies are selling directly to the end consumer. Okay, the product gets delivered through a supply chain, through a logistics provider, but the marketing is happening directly. There's no channel member involved. So to summarize, we've got two broad roles in marketing, in sales and marketing. One is an indirect marketing role. The second one is a direct marketing role. Within indirect marketing, you've got general trade and modern trade. Today, if you look at the FMCG sector, you've got general trade, which is about 90% of the overall business. You've got, let's say, modern trade, which is about 3%. You've got D2C, e-commerce, quick commerce, what is Zepto, Blinkit, and Instamart, which is about 7% of the market. And you've got direct marketing. You've got three different types. So one, we've looked at D2C. The second one is B2B. The third one is B2B. All right. In the rest of the, on this entire site, you've got multiple courses which will help you understand your different roles and the kind of skill sets that are required to succeed in each of these sales and marketing roles. Right. Thank you. I will see you in the next video.